Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over some knee-jerk reactions for Game Week 2, so if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment with how you're currently getting on in Game Week 1, subscribe if you're brand new. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things up before we get into the knee-jerk reactions, just going to quickly go over how I'm currently doing in Game Week 1. I'm sitting on 67 points with 3 players left to play, which isn't too bad. I did make quite a few transfers like 5 minutes before the deadline, which is why my team looks a little bit different to the team selection video I posted on the Friday. But basically, if you weren't aware, we got like some big news that Gabriel potentially could have not been in the squad or was ill or injured or something like that. And so a lot of people were kind of quickly transferring to Saliba. I also did it as well. It was just kind of on instinct. It kind of just was a rush of... I don't even know. It was just like all of these people were doing it, so I was kind of going with the herd, but it was like quite a decent source, and apparently it was the same source that got like the Saka news right last season. So just based on that, I decided to go with it. It definitely worked out in my favor because Gabriel was indeed benched. He wasn't injured or ill or anything. It was just for tactical reasons, even though this was like the first game that he missed in like 73 games or something. So no idea what happened, but he did come on and get a 1-point cameo. But I did go with Saliba, who did pick up an assist, got 5 points. It could have been so much worse. It was only a 4-point swing, so not the worst thing in the world, but obviously with the assist he was top on bonus, and he would have also got the clean sheet as well before Forest scored. So yeah, it could have been a lot worse, but I think if you are a Gabriel owner, obviously you're going to feel hard done by, and it does kind of create the question on like, is it fair, like these early team leaks and stuff? Because like I said, I had Gabriel. If I wasn't as engaged into FPL as I am, then I would not have made that transfer either. It's one of those things, if you don't have like the time and stuff to be able to check these things just before deadline, then it does kind of create that unfairness around it. I just kind of check all the big sources before like 5 minutes, and that usually gives you like some decent information. But anyway, I also transferred out Johnstone as well for Onana. That was also a bit of a rush of blood. I don't really know why I did it, to be fair. I think it was just kind of the idea that Onana hopefully should be keeping a clean sheet, and I didn't know if Sheffield would just have a really good game week 1. Of course, Johnston did keep the clean sheet, so it might come back to bite me. Plus, I don't have that extra 0.5 mil in the bank, but either way, as well as that, I think I got rid of the West Ham striker as well for Archer, just because there was rumours that circulating that Archer potentially could be going on loan to a different Premier League club. So, you know, if he does go to like Sheffield or something, then he should be like starting 11. So it just saved me like troubles down the line. But yeah, anyway, Onana obviously hasn't played yet. Estepinian got 7. Again, he was... oh my god, he was literally playing as like a left winger. It was absolutely ridiculous. Like the chances he was creating, obviously straight up to 3 bonus when they got that assist. Saliba got me 5, and then Chilwell also very, very unlucky. I feel like Liverpool, obviously they both had an offside goal, both Salah and Chilwell, so I think Salah and Chilwell owners are definitely feeling a bit hard done by. But yeah, Chilwell could have absolutely just got a ridiculous return in that game. You know, should have scored. Again, it was offside. I think the Salah one potentially could have been onside, but either way, yeah, Chilwell was a bit offside, but either way, if that stood, and then obviously they kept the clean sheet because Liverpool just didn't have that many shots on target, could have been an absolute haul for Chilwell. But yeah, Chilwell basically playing as a left winger, really, really good option, and so happy I've got him in the squad. Obviously, I've still got Rashford and Bruno Fernandes to play. Ødegaard picking up 2, was playing quite deep. I'm a little bit worried about that. I will be keeping him until game week 3, and then potentially could be getting rid of him and bringing in the likes of a Maddison or something like that. But yeah, I'm not sure how happy I am with how deep Ødegaard was playing at points in the game. He did get a little bit more forward than certain players, but at the same time, I think he will be on his way out. For 8.5 mil, there's a lot of better options, and also will give me a bit more cash as well. Saka picking up 10 points, Matoma picking up 5 points. Everyone actually got a return in my squad this week, barring Ødegaard, which is actually really good. And then Watkins got an assist, and then also Haaland, of course, got a brace. You know, I think he scored with like his first touch of the season or something like that. A bit ridiculous. So yeah, 67 points with 3 left to play. I am hoping for a United clean sheet tonight. Would be very nice, with hopefully Rashford and Bruno both getting on the score sheet. We could be pushing 80 points if all that happens, which would be a very, very nice game week 1 score. But yeah, currently on 1.3 mil with 3 left to play. Quite happy with how it's going so far. We'll have to see how tonight's game goes. But yeah, that is my team. Again, we'll go over team selection probably tomorrow, because like I said, there's a few things to talk about. It depends what happens tonight. But let's move on to the knee-jerk reactions for game week 2 though. So number 1, I think this is the first player to get a price rise this season as well. I think Isak has now got up to 7.6. Yeah, obviously getting that brace. Could have got a hat-trick as well. He did miss a couple of chances, but yeah, obviously had a very, very good game week 1. It seems like he will be fighting Wilson a little bit for that striker role. I don't think they're going to be playing together much because obviously with the introduction of like Barnes and stuff like that, and also Gordon had a really good game, I can't really see Wilson and Isak playing at the same time. So yeah, he may get rotated a slight amount, but I don't even think Newcastle's fixtures are that good, to be fair. If I have a look, they've got City and then Liverpool, so arguably maybe not the player to transfer in. Like, City away is game week 2. I mean, they can definitely score. Newcastle are a really, really good side. But I think I'd be targeting Newcastle around game week 5 when they have Brentford, Sheffield United, Burnley, West Ham, Palace, Wolves. Like, that's the fixtures you want to target for a Newcastle striker. That's probably when I'd be like maybe going around Isak and stuff, or maybe Wilson. Saka also being brought in by over 165,000 people. Again, he should have just been a starter really on everyone's draft. He's easily one of the best midfielders in the game. I mean, he absolutely ran that right wing against us, as obviously as a Forest fan. So yeah, he's just going to explode this season. I really, really love this guy, man. He's such a good player. Rodrigo also being brought in by a lot of players. I think this is very knee-jerky. This is like his best return that he's ever had in FPL. And I mean, they've got Newcastle at home, which isn't the greatest fixture. They've got some good fixtures after that with Sheffield, Fulham, West Ham and Forest and Wolves. So obviously really, really nice for that. But it does kind of block you off from many other potential City players. Again, the defense is kind of all over the place because there's so many options they could have there. But if you did want to bring in like with the De Bruyne injury, if you did want to bring in, what's his, oh my God, the Argentinian player, I forgot his name off the top of my head. I'll remember it soon. Yeah, if you wanted to bring him in who's like 6.5 mil, then he's going to be an absolute steal. So yeah, it does block you off. It also blocks the midfield spot as well. And I think there's much better options than Rodrigo. Alvarez, that's the one. It just came to me. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one, but if people want to bring him in, then fair play. And then Chilwell being brought in by over 125,000 people. Yeah, Chilwell literally playing as a left winger in that game. I'm so excited to own Chilwell, especially that was the tough fixture as well. You know, now it's just plain sailing. They've got West Ham, Luton, Forest and Bournemouth in the next 4 fixtures. That is absolutely ridiculous, and especially if he keeps playing in that left wing spot, then yeah, I mean, Chilwell is just going to be a really, really good pick this season. He's definitely going to be in a lot of people's teams. I think, you know, it could even be the situation where I'm bringing in more Chelsea players now because this run of fixtures is just so good. It could even be double up defense because with Kepa going to Madrid, Sanchez now seemingly is going to be the number 1. He's 4.5 mil. That's an absolute steal. It does block you off from any other potential like Chelsea players. Like, you know, if you do want like 2 midfielders or, you know, 2 forwards for Chelsea, you know, you can't do that with 2 Chelsea defenders, so yeah, that's the Chilwell situation. And then Saliba, I'm assuming people are just swapping in for Gabriel. I don't think I would get rid of Gabriel. It does put you in a bit of an annoying position because he's not injured or anything. We kind of need a bit more information. Again, apparently it was for tactical reasons. I think Arteta just owns FPL. I just think he owns Saliba in FPL. But either way, I wouldn't get rid of Gabriel. I would save it because obviously it's a really good fixture. I mean, Palace away is an okay fixture for a defender. So if you were going to get rid of Gabriel, I would maybe hold off for one more game week and then, you know, see what happens. Maybe around the United game you get rid of him because they've got United and Spurs in 3 fixtures that which are obviously going to be pretty tough to keep a clean sheet in. So anyway, they are the most brought in players for game week 2. Moving on to the most brought out game week 2 players. We've got De Bruyne again, going to be looking like he's going to have a spell on the sidelines with that hamstring injury. It seems to be a continuation of the one that he picked up in the Champions League final. So yeah, I don't think De Bruyne is going to be anywhere near people's squads for a while. Again, we'll have to see the severity of that hamstring injury, but you know, he is getting on a bit. Injuries are going to pick up, but yeah, we'll have to see how bad that was. But yeah, like if Alvarez keeps starting now, like Foden could also be a really good option as well. He started, but yeah, De Bruyne, understand why people are transferring him out. Stones as well. I don't even know what the reason was for Stones. Apparently he's got a hip injury or something, but yeah, again, it's one of those things, early team news, like obviously it was leaked that Stones wasn't going to be in the starting lineup, so a lot of people got rid of him then, but obviously if you didn't see those like leaks, you're already a transfer behind in so like if you are trying to get rid of Stones, so it is a bit unfortunate. Kane is a funny one. Like there's not really any excuse for this. Like, yeah, if you are one of the people that own Kane and you're transferring about this game, well, I'm not trying to be horrible about it, but I think you've only got yourself to blame in that situation. Like, it was always like it was released that he was at Bayern Munich before game week 1 kicked off. So yeah, I mean, there's being engaged, and then like if you still had Kane in your squad, then you know I think you've only got yourself to blame for that one. And then Mings, yeah, picked up a really nasty injury. Didn't look too good at all. Really unfortunate for him, but I mean, it does make Pau Torres' minutes a lot better, but yeah, unfortunately yeah, Mings might be out for a little bit. So yeah, that wasn't nice to see. And then again, Gabriel being brought out by a lot of managers. I would hold off on Gabriel and just see, you know, if he doesn't start the Palace game, then fair play, get rid of him, because obviously something's going on. But yeah, I think he'll be straight back into the starting lineup. I mean, they did, like, 2-1 isn't a great fixture at home to Forest. Like, they beat us 5-0 last season, and then we beat them away, and then we beat them at home. So yeah, 2-1. Obviously, it's great from a Forest standpoint. Like, you know, 2-1 is a lot better than 5-0. But as an Arsenal standpoint, especially bringing in these better players and stuff, you'd expect them to be keeping a clean sheet. But either way, those are the most brought in and brought out players for Game Week 2. If you guys enjoyed the video, please do drop a like down below. Let's try to 50 likes. Leave a comment. What is your Game Week 1 score so far? Again, we'll probably do a team selection video tomorrow after all the games have been played, and then we'll probably do a final team selection on Friday. We'll go over some like transfer tips midweek and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, peace.